I have an incredible story for you. You ready for this one? In this building behind me, I wonder if you know what the name of this building is. This is the Israeli Knesset. It is where all the laws in Israel are made. Right here, you can see, look how many flags they have. They love their Israeli flags. See if you can count how many there are. There's got to be at least 10 right here. A big one, 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17. Then up here, they've got another 3. That's 20, 20 flags. And this building, wait, here's another one, 21. This building is in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. It's in the capital of Israel, in Yerushalayim, and it's called, again, the Knesset. Now, many, many years ago, 33 years ago, Israel had a very big enemy called Egypt. Okay, it's a country called Egypt, and the man that led the country, that was the president of Egypt, was a really big, bad man named Anwar Sadat. Okay, President Sadat. And President Sadat tried over and over to send his army to destroy Israel and kill all the Jews. He was a really, really bad man. Really, really, really bad man. And his people, the people of Egypt, also did not like him. They didn't like him. He wasn't nice even to his own people. He wasn't just mean to Jewish people. He was mean to many, many people, even his own people. He's a really, really bad guy, okay? And one day, all of his people started saying to him that you keep starting these wars with Israel, and we keep losing these wars with Israel, and we're losing a lot of our own Egyptian people and our own Egyptian soldiers to keep fighting Israel. And we have a lot of problems here in Egypt, and you're not helping them. And they were getting very upset at him. So he wanted to show, President Sadat wanted to show his people that he wasn't just into war with Israel. He didn't just want to kill Israel. He really cared about the people of Egypt. So he gave a speech in Egypt, and he said, I want to make peace with Israel. I would even go to Jerusalem, to the Knesset, and make peace with Israel. Well, the prime minister of Israel at the time was a man by the name of Prime Minister Menachem Begin. And Prime Minister Begin, heard what President Sadat said, that he wanted to make peace in Israel. And he said, well, let's invite him. So he made his own speech, Prime Minister Begin, and he said, I invite President Sadat to come to the Knesset. And everybody couldn't believe it. They said, this will never happen. This is the Jewish people's enemy. Anwar Sadat, President Sadat, is the enemy of the Jewish people. He's never going to make peace with the Jewish people. It'll never happen. He hates all the Jews. This can't be real. But President Sadat gave a speech and he said, okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm accepting your invitation. Thank you, Prime Minister Begin. I'm going to come to Jerusalem. So a week later, President Sadat got on his plane with all his people, and people in Israel didn't believe it. They said, it's a trick. He's going to get off his plane with a big bomb and blow up all of Israel. You'll see. Don't trust him. But Prime Minister Begin said, if one of our enemies wants to make peace with us, we have to put out our hand and shake his hand in peace. So Anwar Sadat came down, and he flew into Israel, landed, got in his cars, and drove to the Knesset. And he spoke in the Knesset about making peace. And that year, with the help of President Carter of America, Prime Minister Begin from Israel, and President Sadat sat down and they made peace together. And I want to show you the picture. Hold on. Oh, no, whoop, I did it wrong. Hold on. Let me show you the picture of when he spoke in the Knesset. When President Sadat, the enemy of Israel, spoke in the Knesset. Here's the picture. This is Prime Minister Begin, and this is President Sadat. You see how he has earphones in? Because he didn't speak Hebrew. And Prime Minister Begin is speaking in Ivrit. He's speaking in Hebrew, and President Sadat is listening. And then President Sadat got up here. This is inside the Knesset, and he spoke from here about making shalom, and they made shalom together. They made peace together. Isn't that an incredible story? So why am I telling you this story? What does it have to do with you? Sometimes we get in fights with our friends, and sometimes they say mean things to us. Sometimes they might even hit us. We might say, I'm never going to talk to them again. But if Egypt and Israel can make peace, and they hated each other much more than anybody else, we can make peace with all of our friends. No matter what they do to us, we can always put our hand out for shalom, for peace. Isn't that a wonderful, wonderful story? I hope you enjoyed it.